Well, hello, and sorry about the weird lighting because I'm reusing candles. Like I got two candles here. Oh my god, it's almost fell. Got two candles here, as you can see. They're saying hi, and yeah, it's just there's something peaceful about having candles or lighting candles at night instead of using electricity. It just kind of reminds me of my childhood too. When I was a kid, I used to always light candles. We used to always light candles when the electricity used to go off. It just kind of reminds me of that. It kind of is reminiscing of that too. But yeah. But anyways, I'm really happy to light, these candles and have them here, like my friends. And yeah, it's there's something really peaceful about it. I really like it. Um, Lately, I've been kind of challenging myself to do new things, kind of pushing myself to get out of my comfort zone more and to just, you know, not limit myself, avoid limiting myself because I've limited myself for so long. I feel like it just really consumed me a lot to the point that I start losing focus. I started not paying attention to things. And also, I noticed that I'm forgetting a lot, you know? All this because of the stress and anxiety I've had to deal with for the past few years. And I just feel like there must be a change. And if I don't help myself, who's gonna help me? Yes, of course, my loved ones gonna try to help me. But if you don't help yourself, if you don't try your best, nobody's gonna help you. Like no matter how much people try, they will never help you because at the end of the day, it's up to you to change. If you don't change, they cannot make you change. So I realized that, and when I did, I was like, I don't want to burden people with my problems because I know I have problems and all. But if I make it the responsibility of people to help me, that's how I used to think before. If I make it a responsibility of people to help me, it's not gonna be good for me. It's not gonna be good for them. It's not also fair for them because they also have their own issues, and we all have problems as humans. Um, so I decided to just push myself, and since my problem mainly is anxiety, and sometimes I don't, it's just kind of socially awkward sometimes. Naturally, I'm not socially awkward, but if I'm not comfortable with the person and I don't know what to say, it just kind of makes me feel awkward a little. It is kind of a big problem for me because I kind of like when people don't respond well to it, it just kind of also affects me. But I kind of want to change that about me and not let myself be affected by these things, anymore. So this is the kind of character that I would like to build, and I hope I am successful in doing that. I know it's not as hard as it sounds because, yeah, like it's a long way, and of course, you need to do a lot of things before you get there, but at the same time, it's still worth pushing, it's still worth fighting for, because if you don't, who's gonna help you? It's only you to help yourself because nobody else is gonna help you. So I realized that, and I was like, what I can do now is just to do my best step by step to help myself, because if I help myself, I can be able then to help others. If I don't help myself, something fell, I don't know what's that. But yeah, if I don't help myself, who's gonna help me? People can try, but they cannot. Like eventually they cannot help me because that's just something only me can change. So yeah, that's like, you should always try your best to help yourself and know that you can count on yourself most, and it's fine. And allow people to help you too if they want, if they offer. But you also, the the most effort, you do it, not them. Try to help yourself. Like, for example, for me, I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to travel more. I'm trying to go outside more, trying to record videos more, talking behind the camera was really difficult for me. It was very difficult because I know I'll be watched, at least by someone, but it's worth it because it's kind of something that is scary, right? And I've heard this advice before, to do the things that scare you. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I feel like it's really good for me too. It's gonna help me a lot. I definitely have hope in that. And I also believe in that, definitely. But yeah, it might be a long road, but definitely I will not give up, and I will do my best. I hope for the best because I'm positive about it. But yeah, I mean, and also there's something about it. The thing is, sometimes people think you're cringe if you're a certain way. Like, for example, if you're showing too much, like, of your character, or don't be afraid to be like cringe, or to be awkward, or to be this and that. People are always gonna think something. Some people will think you're cringe, some people will not think you're cringe, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, their opinion doesn't matter, because they are the ones who are limiting themselves, because you're doing something that they don't do. They find it hard to do. They never dare to do. But you're still doing it. You're putting yourself out there, whether it's a speech, a presentation, a gathering, or maybe socializing. Just be yourself as much as you can. As long as you're not hurting others, as long as you're not doing anything crazy, I feel like it's worth it. Just go all in and do your best. And if people don't like it, then fuck it. It doesn't matter. Because trust me, people will always think something a certain way of you. People will always believe only the version they see or have of you in their heads. They will not give a shit about, oh, is that really you, or is that really your personality, or maybe we're misunderstanding him, or maybe we're misunderstanding her, blah blah blah. People will never give a shit about that. They will never think like that you're the version that you think of you are, or the way you know yourself. People don't see you like that. Everyone has a version of you in their heads, but mostly people only care about themselves. So just live your life, just live your life, and try to also consider yourself like another human being who needs love, and just try to love yourself a bit more than you used to, and do the things you like, because I know you're trying to help, or you want to help others too, or have an effect in the community and all that, but it's not always guaranteed to do that. And it's good also to help people. Yes, it is, but don't forget yourself, because you're also people. You're also someone you need to help. So yeah, and when it comes to ego, you don't need ego. And if someone has ego, it tells a lot about them than it tells about you. if someone is being arrogant with you or rude to you, it tells more about them than it tells about you. So whatever they think comes from their own insecurity, doesn't come from your own. It doesn't mean anything or relate anyway to your own worth. So yeah, that's about it for today. I think I'm gonna keep these candles on. I almost felt. I'm gonna keep this camels. I was gonna say camels. I'm gonna keep these candles on, and I'll see you in the next video.